Hi guys, it's November 10, 2020, and we're nearing the weekend. Then, sorry. Di pala, Tuesday pa lang. Sorry. Pero it feels like a weekend because today the market is very strong. Actually, since last night, we have been seeing reopening names going 15%, 18%, 20% in a single day. So it was kind of, I'd say the Philippine markets just responded on on the overall global news that indeed the markets are rallying because of vaccine hopes. So you are seeing that Asian stocks are rallying as investors applaud vaccine development. So the vaccine is coming from your BNTX and Pfizer. So let me just share to you a few names of that. Wait, as you could see, yesterday was very strong gap up. For instance, your Disney was up 12% from 120. It's now 142. We picked it up actually here at about 125 all the way to 120. 126, 127, all the way to 120. And then actually very strong moves for many names like your Shake Shack was up. I think it was 19% up at some point in time. It traded as high as 86, 15% at the close, but very strong moves really yesterday for the restaurants, the airlines, and really a slew of reopening themes. And the reason is, of course, the major news was the vaccine hopes on your Pfizer and BNTX. So they are the ones that are lifting the trade outlook, lifting the world's outlook for most of the companies. So there's a stock rally peters out after vaccine euphoria, extending a record-setting rally on vaccine results, etc., etc. So let's take a look at what happened in the Philippine markets. Let's go here. So the Philippine market is now officially trading at 7,000, up 5% or 349 points. We do believe, though, that this move today is a good place to actually profit take. So today, actually, I did sell a few names. Let's take a look at the top traded names. Today, we see that the top traded names, your BDO rallied. Actually, this one rallied to as high as 98.99. So sold some even at 97.98. Chelsea is up 24%, 6.3. This one, I don't have it, but if you have it, congratulations. It's been very volatile, these Chelsea, Dito, and Now Corp. So I don't have a position on these names. Your Ayala land is very strong. It's now trading at 37.75. We do note that we were saying that Ayala land can rally to about 36 to 38. Today's move confirmed that move. However, this Ayala land move today seems a good place to be selling rather than buying. Same for your SM Prime. Here at about 38, I would think that Ayala land and SM Prime are good places to sell today. As of SM11, I do think that this is also a good selling area. 990 to 11, 11% up. That is one of the reasons why your index is very strong today. Your Ayala land, your SM Prime, your AC. Take note that your AC today is 840. I sold some AC today at 828. No problem if it's 840. I do think that selling at about PSEI 7,000 is my target. If it goes higher, 7.1, 7.2, I really don't mind. I guess it's more about contentment now. I'm okay to be imperfect. So yeah, GT cap is now trading at 529.5. This one, I'm still holding on because I think that although it's 529, it can still go higher. So for GT cap, any drops below 500, I think there will be some buyers. So this could crawl further, even if it's slower. Take note that unlike AC and SM, who had gone from about 400 to 840, or BPI that had rallied a lot, your BPI is now 81. There are names that haven't rallied as much. So for instance, even if BDO is trading at 95, let's say you didn't sell your BDO, you're still waiting at about 105, 110. I do think that there's leeway to wait it out, even because yes, it is a laggard, but even if it is a laggard, it tells you that I'm still thinking that there will be individual names that will continue higher. So today you can see that your JGS is 74, strong move after that 62 levels a few weeks ago. So 62 is now signed for 20% up. Your URC is now trading at 148.5. I do think that URC is not going to go to $100. So at 150 pesos, I do think that some people might be trimming it out. Macroasia traded, I think, as high as 7 intraday. high was 702. There was some selling pressure at 7, so it closed at 660. However, you could notice that Macro Asia is one of the reopening themes that we like. We said we like Macro Asia. We said we like Cebu Pacific. Actually, Cebu Pacific today traded as high as 44 pesos. But even if it traded at 45 pesos, my argument is that we haven't seen the end of these names. So even if Cebu Pacific today trades at 44, 44.75, 14% higher, these are one of those positions that we have been saying that we accumulate at 38.39. Don't worry because we'll get a free trip to Japan maybe next year, next year. So because of that vaccine hopes, syempre, the market is happy that maybe we can go airlines again. And so Cebu Pacific is up 14%. I would have to explain that even in the US, the airlines were up something like 20% in a single day. So actually this was 17% up for Delta Airlines. Break of 35, it's now 36. It's almost as if you were buying at $30 below or even here at about $23 area. So actually, we were saying that because Delta Airlines was already trading at a higher low, we argued that the Philippine Airlines, which is exemplified by your Cebu Pacific, is actually a great buying opportunity at 39 area. So I hope that you followed us. We do have some Cebu Pacific. I still think that this one, even if it is up 14% today, it could be still going higher at about 48, 50, or maybe someday 70 pesos if you wait about 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. It's more of how I think long term. It's not about like tomorrow, no? So yeah, so yeah, I'm happy with Cebu Pacific. And I'm thinking that Macro Asia, of course, is a stronger move. However, Macro Asia hit 7. Why? Because again, I was saying that 7 to 10, Macro Asia would have some selling pressure. So some people might say 7, 8, 9, 10. If it might be bothersome every 1 peso round, but let's see how the market interprets it. But that's my view. That's why there was some selling pressure on it. Now, your ICT 128, your pure gold is still 41. Actually, for pure gold, as I was saying, even if this is not a reopening play, I do think that the fact that pure gold isn't trading at 39 or 38 or diba? Even if it does, actually, I wouldn't mind. I think that pure gold here at 41 presents some value to be picked up. Although you should be aware that it's not gonna go 55 pesos soon. I mean, you buy 41 and then maybe you could sell it at 44, then 48. You have to wait it out. Mega World is now trading at 345. This was something that we were saying. Look, Ayala Land and SM Prime have been breaking out. Soon enough, your Mega World, your Philinvest will rally. And that really happened. So your Mega World is now trading at 345. I do think that you've got some resistance on Mega World at 360 all the way to 4. But let's see whether Mega World can hit 4. So even at 345 today, I don't think that is the top for Mega World. Cebu Pacific, I don't think that's the top for it. AGI 844, I don't think that is the top for it. AGI might even hit 8.9 or 9 pesos. I do think that there's leeway for AGI to even climb to 9 or 10. Your globe is 2030. This might actually present an opportunity to buy if it goes down near 2000 again. Your PLDT is 1425. Some people might be taking profits near 1500. Even at today's level of 1425, some people might be taking profits. But I think that the sellers are not too much they don't have too much pressure because the selling pressure on telephone 1425 will only come from the people who bought at 1300 and below. So maybe they bought it at when it fell a few weeks ago. So yeah, they would be selling it. Now for Converge, it's just in a mixture, it's just mixed. So you don't have a buying pressure. It's neutral. I'd say it's just neutral. Your Robinson's Land is 16.8. It's just a follow through on all of your properties. Your Bloomberry is 8.6, so that is a reopening play. We have been advising that airlines, restaurants, casinos, these are all reopening plays. So today's vaccine hopes is actually a good move for all your reopening plays, specifically these sectors. Security Bank, 104.9. MPI is just steady at 4.29 because it's very stable. So your most active names, you could see that it's SM giving a huge move. However, I think these moves of SM, Ali, SM Prime, BDOAC, these big moves could actually inspire some selling. So those who have these names might actually try to profit take. Yeah, so I think these are profit taking zones. even if it can rally tomorrow, I think that there will be some people who would take advantage of this euphoria, and it wouldn't be wrong to actually be seeing you selling some of your winners, even if they could continue to win. I do know that winners will win, but after this strong move of your SM Prime, I think that it's prudent to just be taking some into cash. So that's what I've done. But you know, anything can happen. Let's see what your comments are. Let's see what you have comments. Let's see. Okay. What will be the first resistance for MAC? So I think like Macro Asia has a resistance 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me show to you all of that. Sige. Actually, today's move of Cebu Pacific at 44.45 is actually the first minor resistance for Cebu Pacific. However, the next major resistance for Cebu Pacific is as high as 52. So I do think that if the market will continue to play this reopening theme, we do think that airlines is one of those sectors that will really benefit, exemplified by your Macro Asia and your SEB. But between the two, I think that the market just began with Cebu Pacific, no? Macro Asia has been rallying for quite a while now, so let's take a look on that. So here, let me just show all the charts of these reopening themes, no? So you could see that the first breakout of Macro Asia transpired today. That was the first break of this level of 6 pesos, no? Yesterday, it was the break of 6. Today, it rallied to 7, had some profit taking. Why? Because there's this selling pressure, oh. There's this selling pressure, especially here at about 739. So you got that selling pressure at 739. And then, guys, don't forget these selling pressure. There's a selling pressure at 820. There's also a selling pressure here at about 940. So that was your January and February area. So even as it can go higher, do expect spike selling. So there will be some sellers here, some sellers here, some sellers there. But you will have a lot of buying pressure at about 589, 590, all the way to 5. It might not even go to 5 anymore given this reopening play. Actually, this is the drug, no? BNTX is the company that actually hit that vaccine for Pfizer. This was it, BioNTech. And notice this is went 10x for the year. See, it went from about 10 to 115. So actually, this vaccine hopes was actually already known by the market even as early as about February. And actually, that was that's in all the news naman of Pfizer. The play was not Pfizer; it was BNTX, and we were saying that actually if you were following us. Therefore, take note when Pfizer went gapped up last night, it was sold down, no, binagsakan, because the play isn't really Pfizer; it's actually BNTX. And of course, if the Philippines, you'll take a look at the Philippines. Take note, I'll show you some very strong moves of the U.S. Movie theaters, no? AMC was like up 50%. AMC Entertainment, this one, New York Stock Exchange. Ayaw. It's ano, I'll show you the chart of AMC. Wait lang Let me see. Hindi kaya mag-register dito eh. Ito siya. I'll show to you. Here. AMC. AMC is The Walking Dead, if you're aware of that movie. Sorry, that series, di ba? So it has I was actually thinking of buying it at $2, pero parang sabi ko hindi na lang kasi movie theater to. The goal was there was rumors that AMC was gonna be bought out by Netflix or Amazon. I mean, any streaming company would still have found a value for AMC's IP. Plus, they've got movie theaters. Upon that vaccine hope rules last night, it went 50% up. But actually, these moves of a reopening could actually be sold down after a euphoric move. So I'm not sure if there was a short squeeze. I think that some of them were actually earnings related. Like Shake Shack was up 18% last night. So as I was saying, this was, I think, yeah. So this was, I think what happened was the fast food stocks really popped Monday morning. And so shares of department stores, that's why you're seeing the Philippine market actually very strong today because we are actually a dinosaur country. So we don't have, we benefit when there's a real vaccine but because we don't have a lot of technology, if you think about it. So most of our biggest are department stores like SM. Most of our biggest are properties. They are the biggest titans. SM Prime is a mall, diba? So if you think about it, it makes total sense that in a reopening, that SM Prime and SM will profit. And actually, we have been saying that. That's why we're saying 30 pesos, 29, you can sell it at 36 to 38. And we got that target already today. So I think that every positive news is actually priced in at PSEI 7,000. And therefore, if I'm wrong, I think like if I'm wrong in selling, it will not be a huge move after you sell today. So Stephen D said that we have seen vaccine-related news-driven moves as unsustainable. So usually I agree with that. That today's vaccine rally is a chance to sell. So I mean that's just me. So ma'am, I'm one of your active subscribers. Just want to ask, what will happen to Dito after the disclosure? Will it skyrocket? Is it advisable to buy once it reopens? Let's see the disclosure. I haven't read it. Dito. Let's see. Dito, press release. Teka. While it's loading, let me just see what I know, what I can answer. Yes, Nikki, that's the right attitude. Be contented. Don't feel bad if we sell at the top, not at the top price. We can't really predict. Actually, yeah, you can predict. So actually, like if you're happy today and you sold, I don't mind. And if tomorrow it continues to go higher, really, you have to be happy with it. Like, just let it be. Some names might continue to go higher. Leo said, I also sold some Cebu Pacific at 44.75. Will it go back to below 40? Actually, we're not sure. If you sold Cebu Pacific at 44 today, I think that you are taking a risk that, oh my God, if it goes 46 or 48 tomorrow, wala. You sold early. That would happen. Actually, that could happen. Is SSI consolidating? I think that SSI is consolidating, but again, for SSI, I do think that this is a reopening theme. And I like the e-commerce, and then I also like the fast food Shake Shack Philippines, Crystal Jade, which SSI has in their portfolio aside from your salad stop. So I do think that this will go flag and then continue to go 170, 180, and then eventually 2 pesos to 220. So just like what I've been saying, that be careful if you're taking profits on your Jollibee, because some people are saying, should I take profit here at about 196? I said, you can sell, but ingat lang kasi baka hindi na bumaba si Jollibee. Baka nandito lang yung drop niya sa 180. I mean, maximum siguro 180 kung mag-drop. Unless talaga there's something negative. Pero assuming no negativity, you do see some Jollibee resistances here at about 220. Yes, maybe maximum here 230, 226, no? So if you have some Jollibee shares, I would advise na take note of the resistances just to be aware, but also take note that there will be a lot of supporters. I think the highest support, how should I say this? The higher low in my view would be 184 all the way to about 190. Chances are if we wait at 172, baka hindi ka madan. So, but anyway, try to get in if you can. So talagang just the trend is your friend. Same with what happening with Maxes, with pizza, no, dire-diretso, Maxes, kaboom, 7, ring. Pizza was breaking above 7. Yeah, we said that pizza even at 7:30, di ba? Na sabi namin okay lang yan. Paangat pa yan. So 776 today. Until today, I think this can go 850 eh. So parang maaga pa yan to sell, honestly speaking. Hindi pa yan tapos. Cebu Pacific, tingin ko hindi pa tapos yan. Kauumpisa pa lang yan. Let's take a look at some press releases. Dito, market halt. FA suspended. FA halted. DWC. Press release. Let's read the press release. Okay. May cash dividend pa si Jollibee, so that's good. Press release for the acquisition of 100% of Udena Media and Entertainment Holdings Corp. Nalilito talaga ako sa nangyayari dito eh. Ano ba to? Basabi niya. Approved. Udena will be a share swap in exchange for 11.2 shares of Dito at an issue price of approximately 6 to 690. Objectively holding indirect interest in Dito Telecoms. That is going to be the new major player. This is one step of our plan. As previously disclosed, Udena is the corporate vehicle that will hold Udena Corp shares in telecom business. They will indirectly own Udena Corp shares in Dito Telecom. This ownership structure gives Dito CME ownership of Dito Telecom through Udena. Once Dito Holdings acquires Udena stake, the execution of the transfer document. So guys, ganito yan. I think like actually the good news on Dito Telecom. Forgive me if I might offend some people. I think like the good news has been priced in at about 7-8 pesos. So if Dito Telecom continues to go higher, please check the resistances as well, no. The fact na usually pag good news priced in na din kasi. So even if Dito Telecom rises tomorrow at 7, be aware that it's actually a resistance eh. So just be aware, it could even go 7.5, diba? It can even go to 8. But I think that it's actually more of a selling opportunity rather than a buying opportunity. I guess some people bought at 5, sold at 6, then probably tomorrow 7 yan, so they'll sell again. Pero yun, parang it's a profit-taking move. Because, diba, they've been investing there probably early on below 3. So yun, give them that money. Will Ayala Land still go up? I think no. I mean, if you ask me personally, I think 38 pesos for Ayala Land, that is toppish. So I do think that today's move of Ayala Land, this one, we have been saying that 38 pesos, this one looks to be a resistance. So today, na-reach niya 37.75. Pwede kang mag-out niyan eh. Sell yan, actually. So selling opportunity here, even if you can sell further at about 40 pesos. Kaya naman mag-40 yan. Pero I think that is a selling opportunity rather than a buying opportunity. We have been buying as early as, diba, we were giving a buy ng 30 pesos, 29 pesos. Even for SM Prime, nung natutulog yan, we're saying buy na lang dyan. Tapos resistance yan, 34 to 38. We were saying even here at 34, pwedeng resistance yan. If you trimmed at 34, okay lang. If you trim today at 38, okay lang, sell din yan. So actually, that is a selling opportunity. In my view, this is a selling opportunity. Even if you sold early here at 34, I'd say that was still a good move because this is a selling area. This was where the buying area was. Yun. Okay. Yeah. So today, I think like today is more like a selling opportunity day, if you'll ask me. So I hope that I really don't know what's the future, but I mean, it doesn't mean that you sell today tapos na yan. You can buy back if there is a real consolidation, a flag. Take note, I'll tell you what. Example, tingnan mo yung nangyari sa PNB. Ano siya eh, nag-consolidate siya, diba? So, ibig sabihin, hindi pa yan tapos. Every time nag-flag, ganyan, up, flag, up, flag, up, flag, up, flag. So, until matapos yan, hayaan nyo lang. So, if you're still holding your PNB, hawak lang yan. SSI, ano yan? Flag yan, diba? Up, flag, up, flag din. Pwedeng mag-up pa yan. So, hawak lang. Same yan sa Jollibee. Up, flag, up, flag, up, flag, up, flag. So, ganun lang yan. Pwede yan mag-225, guys. So, I'm not selling everything. However, I am aware that, uy, 529 GT cap, yan yung prior resistance. Pwede naman mag-600, diba? Pwede, guys. Kaso, be aware as well na, oh, may resistance konti, diba? Ayun. 44, bakit siya tumigil dyan? Ito yun, no, resistance dito. Tapos kung umangat yan, 52 pa. Where's the support? Probably higher low, baka 41. Pero tsamba na lang kung may magbabagsak pa ng 41. Medyo mahirap to say. Kasi like Macro Asia, wala nang bagsak eh, dire-diretso eh. PAL also went up. Most likely airlines-related play. But I prefer SEB because it's actively being traded. Pahabol naman sa MRC. MRC, I said, parang flag eh. MRC, you can just hold on to it if you have it, pero nagko-consolidate eh. See? Tingnan mo to. Up flag, pero malilikot. Problema sa MRC, marami siyang resistances on the way up. Kasi, resistance talaga yung 48 cents eh, oh. Pag tinignan mo yan talaga, may resistance siya dito, oh, 48 cents. Pag na-break niya yan, then you can say, oh, baka mag-55. Pero pag hindi niya na-break yan, lagi yan mag-trade between 34 to 48, which is a big range. Pero that is still a bullish range. So you have to just be aware of those things, no? So and then you read na lang the press releases if MRC will have a press release. What do you think on gaming stocks, PLC? I think honestly, PLC is on the way up. Ever since Bloomberry and PLC had diba di ba pwede sila mag land-based casinos? So take note, Bloomberry went from 7 to 860 based on that news. Tingnan niyo to. Breakout to, di ba? It was that day when Pagcor allowed Bloomberry to actually, may gap up yan eh. Oh. Pakita natin. Oh, ito, gap up to, di ba? From 720, tinulak niya sa 780. There was news then. You can check out in our channel, we were saying on November 3 or November 4, that there was that news that Bloomberry can host some online gaming. So instead of like betting on, let's say, nag-blackjack poker ka, nagbe-bet ka on mga on land-based, now you can do online. So of course, that's positive for Bloomberry. Take note though that we are of the opinion that Bloomberry might have resistance at 9 and 10. Pero I'll tell you what, casinos are doing well abroad. IGT was up like 15% last night, pero trading range. May cap po, hanggang 12 lang, 8, tapos balik sa 12. May resistance yan dyan. Even yung mga national, yung mga Penn National, tsaka DraftKings, may resistance, binagsakan, 76 ka bang, 62. Ibig sabihin, tapos na rin yung gaming. May resistance. Kailangan din nagsisell ka. Kahapon actually, I was also selling some reopening themes. But I wasn't sure if I was supposed to sell it all eh. Kasi parang half lang siguro kasi reopening, di ba? Tingnan mo nangyayari dito. Let me show to you some US casinos. DraftKings. DraftKings, normal to. 64 balik 37. Kasi galing sa 10 yan. Actually, 10 yung SPAC nito. 10 to 60. Bagsak sa 37. Pag umangat to ng 42, 44, bebentahan yan. May resistance yan. In the same case, sa Philippines, yung PLC mo, let me show to you the resistance of PLC. PLC will have these resistances. Ito, first resistance mo to, 45 cents. Tapos, ito actually, itong 37 cents, that used to be a resistance, we're now testing if that's a support. So kung support yan, dapat itong 35 cents, support din. Notice the breakout of PLC coincided with the allowing them to actually do online, diba? Online casino. So 35 cents can go to 45 cents. It looks like an MRC type of range, diba? And then, pag jackpot ka, kaya pa PLC mag 50 cents. And then, finally, 55 cents, diba? So let's take it one step at a time. In my view, PLC is still in a bullish zone. Flag mode yan. So I'm positive on PLC. DFNN ba, big player in online gaming? Hindi ko alam actually. Pero I guess ang play talaga ng market in my view is Bloom talaga. Pero baka sumabay yung mga ibang small casinos kasi supposedly casino sila. Pero I think ang talagang usually pag Pagcor tax revenues ang usapan, Soler talaga number 1 dyan, guys. So you either go for Soler or you go for City of Dreams. Doon tayo mag-bet kesa yung di natin alam, di natin sure. Yun. Makikita mo wala masyadong volume kasi sa mga to eh. Umangat pero mahirap mag-trade pag konti lang nagtre-trade. Yeah. So malakas naman yung market. I think that you should expect the market to also consolidate. So yan, PLC, Bloomberry, may laban yan, konso-konso, tapos angat ulit. May chance pa kaya nickel hitting 4.5 this week? Malakas sobra yung Nickel Asia, but you know, the problem with Nickel Asia is 180 to 420, 430, baka magkaroon ka na ng mga resistances dyan. So, wag kang maghabol kasi meron na ditong mga resistance. So, pwede kang bentahan sa 460, 480, pwede ka rin bagsakan dito sa 4.1. So, I think profit-taking area talaga to. Until matapos yung profit-taking, mahirap masabi. So I think like honestly, Nickel Asia, at current levels, 4.3, 4.4, 4.6, pwede na mag-take profit. I don't know lang if aangat doon, pero at least what you know is, if Nickel Asia fell below 4 naman, daming buyer. Hindi rin problema eh, kasi Nickel Asia, pag bumaba ng 4 pesos or 380, may buyer yan. So, maganda yung uptrend ni Nickel. Any suggested picks po? I think like yun nga, PLC, if it falls 37 cents below, hanggang 35 cents, pwede pa yan. So the reopening picks, like I think AGI can still go to 9. So if it still drops at 8.1, 8.2, can still buy it. In general, I don't think that you have the best position to keep on buying at current levels. Even if the market today, the index is very strong, I would surmise that wait it out. Let's say you like Jollibee, try to wait it out if you can enter 190 pesos below. Market value right now is 12.9 billion. Very strong foreign net buying. I think that is a place to actually sell to the foreigners. So PSEI 7,000, I'm going to be a bit contrarian here. I think that it is an excellent place to sell. Sige. So thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.